Maskalo barkamu da dawowa kan shirinmu na Sari Safiya tare da Nikadiya Tukubura Kailani. At this moment, zamu kawo muku interview with one of the representatives from the Jamila Homes, Mesuna, Mr. Hilarious Makesh, inda zai zo ya tattauna da mu regarding ababin da kuramce kayan da suke sayar daga Jamila Homes. About Sheku samu na hankuri kadan da mai interview ga zamu yi shi cikin yaren na English. Mr. Makesh, good morning once again. And welcome to our studios.
The pleasure remains mine.
Well, you are the economic advisor to Jamila Homes. So can you kindly tell us about your products and then the kind of services you offer at Jamila Homes?
Okay, so Jamila Home is an iconic business. Iconic in the sense that one of its kind is not practiced within the sub-region. And somebody will say, why push so much money into a product that is not generic, a product that everybody will walk in to buy? You see, there are always segments of the economy where certain people will be able to afford certain things, but it might not be available to them, and so they will have to go elsewhere. The cost involved in, for this particular case, traveling to Milan or any part of Italy to buy these type of furniture and bring them in, clear them at the port just for your individual use is hectic. Good. There are also segments of businesses that depict some kind of asset base. Of course, if I enter your office and your office has a setup that tells the story of its own, I don't need to ask you who are you, or you don't need to tell me, do you know who I am? And I can have. And for businesses, that's what people do. People look at the environment where the business is, and they decide in their mind whether this business is worth, partnering or worth investing in. So things that will garnish such an area is what we have put together. This is a multi-million-dollar investment. The reason we chose the luxury antique section is that the longer it stays, the better it is. Otherwise, if these things are expensive, yet not everybody can afford them. It only meant that after a short while, they will begin to deteriorate if they were perishable assets. But these are antiques. So, but the wonderful thing is that all of them are year zero. And when you say a product is year zero as antique, it means that whoever buys now is a first collector. After a number of years, somebody might come saying, look, I need a collection of a particular set, and we have them with their names and where they came from, who designed them, what is the story behind them. The ones you have, the Windsor, these are designs, and they come peculiarly exclusive. So
can we say that these are the reasons why we decided to choose this unique set of designs for the market? Because
absolutely. You see, we have product for the for presidentials, we have for ministerials, we have for royals, and we have for executives. These are the segments of society. There are the royals, like let's say Utumfu. Utumfu's area should be properly put together in such a way that any such visitors that come around are able to tell that this is royal. There are several other people, they may not be royal in the sense of it, but you feel royal in your own sense and you want to look it. You should be able to have access to that. The presidency, for instance, should have things that are not regular. They may have to perhaps order them from outside. What if they can buy them from next door? So those are what actually inspired the investment.
Okay, I see. So to my next question, what should customers be expecting from what you offer? You offer this kind of luxury.
Okay,
and they are like
so one thing they should think of is that every single product you buy, it's exclusively yours. We don't duplicate.
Wow.
We can do this business selling for 15 years, not duplicating any product.
I see.
So that's the unique. Because, the Windsor, somebody bought, an allergy bought the Windsor. And so after, let's say, 30 years, somebody comes around, said, I want a collection of that. Ours is to go through data, and this was purchased by this person at this year. So we follow up on the address. And the reason we're able to have the address is that we don't usually allow you to buy and take away. That's the goodness. Yes. As I speak to you right now, the chairman is in Kumasi.
I see.
He himself is in Kumasi because a client has ordered and he purchased them, and he had to be there to make sure they were positioned in the space very well.
So you mean all your products there, you don't have them in duplicates? They are just one of its kind?
Not at all. An example is this. We have the Versace Royal. We brought only 3 of them. One blue white, one gold and brown, one white, pure white and sleek. Now these are only 3. 3 families have bought them. But each one of them is unique. We will not bring any that somebody has already bought, unless of course that individual says, look, a cousin of mine saw my stuff and loves it, or so and so saw this and loved it. And so I would want it. Then we have you document it, then we bring it. So tomorrow you don't come telling us that you told me of exclusivity, yet I saw somebody else using the same thing. So
well, Mr. Makesh, I'm about to ask you one of the interesting questions here. You know, looking at Jamila Homes, the luxury it offer and all other services, you can really tell that you have to have some specific amounts before you enter into Jamila Homes. So what's the range? Like, you can't tell us the fix, but then what's the range of price you think your customers should bear in mind before walking through the Jamila Homes?
One of the things we always say, in fact, when you enter, Jamila Home has 4 departments, not department as in the segment. We have 4 different showrooms.
Okay.
Now, these showrooms are all in the same enclave, and people usually ask, why didn't you put one in Abeka and put one in Tesano or one in Accra? Why are they all in the same enclave? The idea is to be able to manage all of them at the same time in terms of not only security but controls. However, if you come to the HQ, that is the headquarters is of the Marble House, the top notch of all the products are there. Now, when we run any form of promo where we reduce prices, we move them to another level. So what it means is that what you can get at a particular price in Jamila 2, you might not get that in Jamila 1.
So it's like a penthouse.
Now, the beautiful thing is that, so we allow people, and each of the levels are very big. The sizes are almost the same, so you can flow through them. But one thing you are sure to see when you enter the gate and once you are welcome, the next thing you would be asked is whether you've been here before or is your first time. The reason we ask those questions is that it's a tour. We're excited with people coming in or people writing to tell us they want to come for private viewing, not necessarily because they want to buy, but because we want to educate them. You understand?
So you can walk in and then for private viewing, or you have to write to you?
No, some people send email. We do a lot of online people, the diasporans, because these things are, we sell back to back. We sell, the diasporans, people call, and we buy, we ship down.
Okay.
We have people buying from the West Coast, people buying, we ship a lot to Cote d'Ivoire, to Abuja, and this is basically because they have access to us online. So some do, they call, others they send emails, some also book on, whichever way it is. Some even do say, look, I'm not there, but I have a sister who is good. And we say, please, allow the sister to come for private viewing. And the reason is that so she will get the clearer understanding, have the feel of it. And we tell you that, look, if you buy anything at Jamila Home, it is not a purchase, it's an investment.
Sure.
It's an investment.
Well, it's not a purchase, but an investment.
An investment. Now, so to go down to what you might want to hear, our products are in varieties of forms. But what we do is that we take care of the entire space. So when we say living area, so if you come, you don't say, there are languages are actually peculiar to the industry.
So you have unique.
Yes. So if we come, we ask you living area. What it means is that we set up the entire space in the living room. It's not like you buy your thing, put it up there, buy something. And some items cannot synchronize with ours very well. And if we know you already have those, we advise. Otherwise, one item will actually disintegrate the other and disenfranchise its existence because of the language they both speak. So for living area, we have a product ranging between 155,000 up to 410,000 Ghana cedis. So that's the range. And when we have Easter, like now we're in Ramadan, we have Ramadan promos, and then we're able to give up to about 30 to 40% discount. In some cases, we even do 50. Now, we could have done much better, except that our products are completely dollarized. They run on the dollar. They are not fabricated here. And when we bring them, the warehousing, you know, the care, they are not ordinary. They don't go to ordinary warehouse. They go into temperate warehouses, our own warehouses where the temperature is regularized, and so they can keep, you know, being safe and not crack off.
Maskolo, muna tare da Mr. Makesh daga from Jamila Homes, she economic advisor to the Jamila Homes Investment, and he's telling us ababen suke yin daga Jamila Homes from kayan suke produce or kayan suke serma customers. And one interesting thing you have to know is that way kayan sunna in ka say kayan from Jamila, anything you buy from Jamila Home is unique to you. Unka say maybe ka gan wani gado ne ke da ka say gado ne kai kawai ke da wannan gado, nobody has it again, it's just unique to you alone. So just imagine you owning something that nobody owns. You like, you feel the sense of luxury attached to the brand you buy. Esa nisa non kuma sun bar mun gane kama range sun ba mu range kudin da ya kamata ka expect sannan ka shiga Jamila Homes, and you could tell looking at the kind suke kawo na cikin Kasanga, which are very unique, and then back against Koina, and then the prices they are offering, no kuma, it's quite let me check affordable price the kunya alaje the code the hajo in looking forward to furnish your homes kunya ku afford irin kayan da suke sannan kuma akwai waɗanda kuke so ku zo ku view, you are interested in purchasing something from Jamila Homes, you can write to them that kuna so ku zo ku view, they take you through a tour agogoda muku in the where you can get what and then even have a talk to you, educate you on things you might also be need, maybe you even don't know you need it, but then you will end up needing so educating on how to get all this stuff. And then interesting thing in special festive occasions soon around promotions and chicken water Ramadan about the 30% off any item you buy from Jamila Home. And he even said that they even go to the extent of giving 50%. Imagine what a 50% discount can bring to you when you purchase from Jamila Home, knowing that you are buying something very unique to yourself, nobody else is also having that. It's a cool, Kirak, we are calling upon you to visit Jamila Homes to get all your unique and take set of furnitures, the K, they baku a set of luxury, respect the cooking, and then even make you sell that business deal or investment you are looking, because your environment, first impression is always count. Your environment speaks a lot about you. And then Mr. Makesh, to our next question, you have different kind of product from bedroom set, antique dining set, and handmade crafted furnitures and office furniture. So can you tell us more about this? Let's start with the bedroom set.
So like I said much earlier, our product are designed in such a way that it gives us the space, we feel it. It's not like come by carrying your car. That's the reason why I said earlier on. The reason we have the policy of delivery is that what you have bought is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Handling between our showroom and their final destination, which is your room, matters so much to us. Now, the products are so dear to us that we want to make sure they reach you safe. And then we also want to make sure that they play the role for which you bought them, okay? So we have the bedroom, and our bedroom will come with a full bed itself. We do have queen and king size, depending on your choice. And they come in varieties of designs based on the interpretation of where they are coming from.
Okay.
There are beds that when you see them, it tells you more or less like harnessing. The bed itself have an open arm like this, saying that for couples, be together, you're safe in there.
Okay.
Now the designs will come. We have corporate size bed that will show you that in your house, maybe you build a separate room because you have a lot of corporate friends, partners who come, and you don't want to put them in a social hotels.
Sure.
So you want them to feel at home. So you don't throw them into the guests kind of room. So those are also there. Now, so it will come with a full bed itself. You have lamp holders at the side who are designed to fit it. You have what we call the bahu. The bahu is another design that the ladies can have their ornaments, their jewelry and everything in. Then next to it, you have the console. The console is designed to give comfort to the woman. So after the bathroom, the woman sits there and does everything else she wants to do, right from the boom and everything, so she stands up. And then in addition, you have what we call the lover's unit. Now the lover's seat is the adjacent seat There are two types of them. There are the syndicated, where there are two separate chairs, very luxurious chairs, with a coffee chair in the middle on a Persian rag. Okay, so that apart from being in bed, you want to have tea, you want to read the Quran and share with your wife, so you come out of bed and you are still in the bedroom and you are seated there. There's another design where they are not separated, because some couples will tell you we are inseparable.
Wow.
So what happens is that it is one in all, so the man sits and the wife is so close to each other and they still have that one. Then in addition, you have a jumbo size wardrobe. The reason as wardrobes are jumbo size is that we know the women will usually at least will take 2/3 of the space.
Sure.
Then the man can do 1/3. So they are very large, very broad. And so literally we fill the entire bedroom. It's just a space. The same thing happens to the dining hall.
Okay.
When we take the dining product, we have the full dining set ranging from 6, 8, 10, 12, up to 64. The Windsor you saw is 64-seater, very long. That's what you have in the Buckingham Palace. Yeah. So we have all that in varieties of designs. But what is beautiful is that most of the hoofs of our tables come with bronze legs. Now, if you see any metal on any of our product, it's bronze. The reason for the choice is that bronze does not change color. Even gold, when it's dirty, it changes. You need to clean it. Bronze does not, and it stays for so long, hundreds of years. The reason the hoof are on bronze is that people don't realize is over time, if you keep moving the table around, the legs, the wooden legs will pick grains of sand. We pick grains of sand in the hoof over a period. What are they doing there? They were originally not meant to be there. But if they are there 50, 30, 100, 200, then they'll start putting pressure on the wood. Before you see it start cracking off. So our designs have detailed, indications of what they are there for. Then, so it will come with the desk, come with a number of chairs. It will also sit on Persian rag. Again, to stop the idea of sand going in there. It will come with a console, beautiful console, and then it will come with a vitrine. The vitrine is what people refer to as winery, or where you put your wines. So that's how a whole set comes.
All right. Okay, so with the handmade crafted furnitures.
Yes, so in fact, almost all our products there are handcrafted. There's no machine work.
Wow.
That's the beauty of it. And they are made to be heavy. The reason is that when they sit, there should not be the intention to keep moving them around, so they can stay longer. So averagely, the sizes of our chairs are 1/3 in addition to what the average Ghanaian chair is. So you see them slightly bigger than the normal. So it can take care of any kind of individual that you may have at home sitting on.
Okay, so now to the interesting one. A lot of people have office spaces. They look forward to office furniture. So what do you have to say about your office furniture?
Now, the interesting thing, people who come to Jamila Home, particularly the Jamila 1, where the high-level stocks are, we have right from presidential through the royals. When you enter the office space and you see the designs, no one will tell you the type of person that needs to use this. So you don't come and you are confused and you want to struggle whether this is right or this is wrong. Once you get in, you'll be able to tell that this is just what is for me or for that friend of mine. They come in variety of sizes. Like one royal we have right now, which is presidential, is about 4 by 2, 4 meters long, and has its own embodiment, which is the sitting area away from the office desk. Okay, for big guys, you don't go to the offices and we just stand in front of them. The man will finish and come and sit with you. You come in. So the reason we always ask people, come do private viewing, is that so no one tells you, you see, you feel, and you can take a decision. However, I know people say that, oh, those are not for us, so they are for the filthy rich.
Yes.
Because we want you, who is a middle income earner, to also use what we have. So contracts that may be yours can come to you without questions. We have payment terms.
Okay,
the only reason,
about to come to that.
Absolutely. The only reason why this has been very difficult for us was that it was part of the sales policy that we will not push the total price to the throat of those who desire. Those who desire but have other means will look at what they have and structure something. But for the first 1 year, a total of 15 million Ghana cedis was alone in debt checks. We're in court right now, chasing after money, which is in debt check. We should not be, and particularly the people who issue those checks are not young. These are people in society, but we're in court, struggling to get our money from debt checks. We will not say because of that we have entirely stopped. When we look at the individual buying, we still do it and see the kind of person he is and can testify who he is. we give payment terms. The payment terms are not generic.
All right.
We structure them per the individual in question.
Okay. All right. So, Masukalo, Samakesh, I go down with the anything you want to get from Jamila Home, sooner the payment terms where you go into contracts. My unde back be abanza kamaka. So you go into contracts and then abaru kugani terms and that could be you might think it's all about cash and carry without paying in full. You can't get furniture from Jamila, but no, akwe payment kind of that could be couldn't kind soaky. So when you both parties fulfill all your deal and fulfill that obligations, and then you get your product or your chairs, your furniture delivered to you. So I'm sure after the payment, before it will be delivered.
No. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing about it. You see, that tells you the kind of investment it is we have. In fact, Jamila Home is not just for the purposes of profit making. No, our profit by definition does not only go into what the type of monies that come to us, but the types of human joy. So the business itself, the satisfaction goes into the workers. You see, it goes into the investors. It goes into the people doing the buying, who also include the investment, because they are the investors. They put money in, and we believe what we have with them is expected to grow them. So we are not just interested in making the money. So if the man comes, I fix up my office, I'm having some visitors visiting me, I want to set the place up in 2 weeks, but maybe the office is worth about 355,000 Ghana cedis, and I have 200,000. Okay, we will look at who you are, do some verifications, then we get into a term with you. We can say, okay, look, you know what? Looking at what you want to achieve and whatever there is, we will go into term. We may accept the 200,000 and develop some scheme of payment to give you leverage based on who you are and what you're able to achieve, again on your own app. Then you give us some checks to cover that. Somebody say, these people, you said a lot of people give you that check, you say go for it. So you see, that's what I'm saying. That for us, the business is iconic. If it's just a matter of this policy, we cancel it, anything. No. You might not use the mistake of one in order to keep another. So we are so flexible based on the situation at hand.
Okay. Maskalom some Makesha with us in the studio. Kuna one questions the kukesu kutambe shikuya kukramu on 0553 05536 8301 05536 8301 kuya kukramu in the studio. So about some answers to the question kukesu kutambe. And then Mr. Makesh, can you tell us about some of your showrooms? Do you have any showrooms aside the one we know at
okay, at Westland? Yes, so like I said earlier on, we have a total of 4. We have Jamila 1, Jamila 2. We named them like that because, like I said, all of them are in the same enclave. And they all stand for the various qualities and then the prices. So Jamila 1 has the top of the market, top notch. And then when we do promo or we bring in newer, higher versions, some particular class is moved to a slightly lower class. And so you have, that's when you come, say, no problem at all. I can take. Then a sales agent is prepared to drive you to Jamila 2, which is just about 2-3 minutes drive away. So in the same enclave. So you're able to enjoy, you can take your decision within a short period of time. So all of them are in. So the one you see, the Marble House, which is Jamila 1, on the stretch, the Hacho Westland stretch, is a Jamila 1. Now, when you drive back to Bena, the filling station, I think that's Bena filling station. Yeah, right directly opposite the forestry commission, Gimpa, for the Gimpa road going to Achimota. When you're on that stretch, there is this Pure Fire. Next to Pure Fire, you see Jamila 3. When you drive down a bit and you take the what do you call it? The Domi Road, Domi Kisima Domi Road. You see Jamila
Westland.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Makesh, thank you for making time to come to our studio to tell us more about your services. Your social media handles, how do people reach you when you want to interact with you?
So we deal with 020-5555-525.
All right.
That particular number runs through all. It gives you the access to WhatsApp, and somebody can take you on, deal with you. You can also come to the office or Jamila Home. Once you type Jamila Home, all the social media handles.
Just Jamila Home, no underscores,
no, Jamila Home, no
all
underscore.
Okay.
You should be able to have that.
All right, Mr. Makesh, thank you very much.
No
Our
problem.
time is
So,
up, and
we
hope
perfect.
Our viewers will contact you.
and on behalf of Jamila Home, we have a very large Muslim community. So the workers are made up of people of various regions, but we have a very large Muslim community that work with us, our workforce. And on this note, I want to wish our brothers and sisters who are just about ending tomorrow very awesome Ramadan moment, and then the Eid.
Yes, okay, thank you very much. And
It's
then we also accept that warm wishes on all the entire, on behalf of all the entire Muslims. Maskalo Nangazam Kampu Karishin interview segment with Mr. Hilarious Makesh, economic advisor to the Jamila Homes Investments, and the Mukazum Katatauna, the she with what services in the Suki provide. And mind you, always having something unique to you is very important. It always gives you this sense of satisfaction and this sense of luxury. Unde kuna so nku furnish apartments nku office space nku na so ye kyo abak one ngirman de kamata ache kama amba mutum, then visit, don't take twice, just visit Jamila Homes in the Zakusam, all the authentic and then unique furniture that suits your personality. Nanga look at Zeba Mudama Mukampu Karshin, Shirimuna Sarin Safia, Nai Wanga Shiwi Tare, the Malam Ferry, Bash Serikin Zungu, and then MCR Mauku with Sami. Question, Ekukasan Chitare, the Masala Waleku.
Muna maka marhaba zuwa wannan wata arziki marhaba. Muna maka marhaba zuwa